Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. Welcome each and every one of you to this meeting. I welcome each and every one of you to this meeting. And just like the topic inscribed, we are digging deep into some market opening secrets. If you can see my screen, please let me see those fire emojis. If you can actually screen, let me see those fire emojis before we actually start. If you can see my screen, just like the topic inscribed, Forex market opening chart opening secrets and the top currency pair to watch out for when the market open. If you can see my screen, let me see those fire emoji as we continue immediately. And for tonight's class, for this class, endeavor to pay full attention. Endeavor to pay full attention because seriously, there are a lot of value to actually be gained from today's class. There's a whole lot of value to be gained from today's class. So actually pay full attention and let's dive into the market. Let's dive into the market together. Just like I'm a huge fan of top-down analysis. I love to look at the insight, looking into what the market has previously been doing in the past, and use it as a basis of my decision. Way I think you should be trading pure price action, right? But just not it's not just in the word actually. It's not just in the word, but in actually understanding the in-depth of the markets. Was the CPI news that we traded live together, and we're able to secure 160 pips live together. We're able to secure 160 pips live together, and this is the chart right here, where the buy stop at this level. This is the chart right here, where the buy stop at this level that went straight to massive profit. And immediately after that news, what happened? Immediately after the news, what happened? Market made some correction and what changed the structure totally. Changed the structure totally and started seeing what massive spikes, massive spikes in the market, giving us at least nothing less than 300 pips. So meaning that news are not just fundamental news are not just there, they are not just anyhow information, but they actually do what? They really do move the market. They really do move the market, right? They really do move the market. This was the buy stop right here. We had the buy stop right here. And the main reason why I love to use buy stop most of the time, just like somebody did, is mainly because of the broker. Sometimes when you're not using a very good broker, you tend to have problem when you're trading news because the leverage becomes too crazy and you start seeing spikes up and down, and it's just better to for the market to take you in itself when it's moving properly. So that's my basic ideology behind buy stops. You can check out the replay of how we're able to secure this massive profit right here, and also the Telegram channel. Just search non-star forex, or check the description in this video and uh, join the Telegram channel as well. Join the Telegram channel as well. If you are on this call, endeavor to like this video. Endeavor to like this video so YouTube will recommend it to more people. Endeavor to like this video so YouTube will recommend it to more people. And actually pay full attention because I'm going to be revealing some in-depth for you guys. And just before hosting this call, I've also done my analysis. I've looked out for before I join any call, I tend to do my own personal analysis, and I'll come here to share it with you guys. We do it together again, all over from the beginning. If you're on this call, like I said, endeavor to like this video. I see a lot of people right here down the call and they haven't liked the video. So let's get straight to the point. You can check out the replay of how we're able to secure this live, right? How we're able to secure this live. Doing active on the Telegram channel, you can see that we've actually been securing good profits. We had a buy on BTC, good profit yesterday as well, and we've been able to close very, very well. Once you hit your target, close out. That was the instruction, and we're able to secure good profits, right? Just like every other analysis, Nasdaq, we've been killing Nasdaq back to back. We've been killing gold back to back, and for every week, you shouldn't enter the market in a week. You shouldn't enter the market on Monday without doing your analysis before Monday, right? Before every weekend is an opportunity to do what? To revise what the market has done, to retest, to backtest, to look at your analysis, look at your strategy. How is everything playing out? Are you on the right side of the market? What did you do wrong last week that you shouldn't have done? And that's how a good trader should actually behave. That's how a good trader should actually behave. And just before joining this call, I've also spent my time analyzing all of these charts, and analyzing our wins, all of our wins, analyzing all our bad trades, and doing what? Learning from them again. Do you understand? And that's the thing with trading. trading is an you will learn. You will forever be learning in trading. If there's any professional telling you that he does not need to learn anything in trading again, it's basically lying. Because why? Even if you are good with what you know, right? The market will still show you some other technique which you can use to gain more with what you know, right? So that's how it is. You can know, you might have learned already, but then the market still has its own lesson to actually do what? To teach us. So that's why we need to always do what? Pay full attention and be very, very careful and watch out. Watch out, especially watch out. And if there's any pair you want me to trade aside gold in this live, endeavor to type it in the comment section. Immediately we are done analyzing gold, I'm going to be treating all your questions. We are going to be analyzing every pair that you think you is giving you problem or you want me to look into for you or you want us to analyze it together, endeavor to drop it in the comment section. And immediately after analyzing this pair, we'll be diving straight into those pairs, right? So without further ado, let's get straight to business. And you can don't forget to check out the Telegram channel, like I said, because we've been cleaning this back to back. And just check out the before and after of each trade. And everybody has literally been making good profits. Godspeed. This is a new week. Let's make it count again and make bigger profits. So, what's up with gold? What's currently going on with gold? If you're on this call and you're yet to like this video, endeavor to do, please. Thank you. What's up with gold? Where is gold going to right now? Last week, we had this massive sell move on gold, right? We had this massive sell move on gold last week. If you were very watchful, we had this massive sell move on gold last week. We had this massive sell move on gold last week. And some people were basically wondering that non-star, what is the main reason? Why were you projecting a buy during the news, even when this trend, even when market was showing this strong sell as of that last week, right? Even when market was showing this strong sell as of last week, that why were you still interested in buying? Why were you still projecting the buy? Right? And that is where you have to really be able to understand your what? Your market structure, your eyes, your swing highs and your swing lows. Because having a basic understanding of those swing highs and swing lows will really help you in decision making. Swing highs and swing lows really do what? It really does help us in our decision making. And when you're able to identify your swing highs and your swing lows, you'll be able to understand when the structure of the market is changing. You'll be able to understand when the structure of the market is changing. You'll be able to understand that, oh, market is no longer interested in moving this particular way. Market is interested in giving this pattern. Market is no longer interested in going to the top side. Market is now interested in what? Coming down. And that's by understanding what? Your higher highs and your lower highs, your lower lows and your higher lows, right? And if you don't understand that concept yet, and you want to check the market structure video right here on my YouTube channel, it will give you the basic understanding of how you can navigate that aspect very well and be able to easily identify when the structure is changing, right? And that was the basic decision behind this buy that we had right here. And you can see, even though the seller tried to do what, even though the seller still tried to push price down from that level, even though the seller still tried to push price down from that level, right? What still happened? The buyer still overshadowed. The buyer still took over and they took out that level and they continue what? They continue buying to the top side crazily. They continue buying to the top side crazily. And that is where we want to be on. We want to always be on the right side of the market. And being on the right side of the market simply deals with what? Understanding the interaction between the buyers and the sellers. Understanding who is in control, right? Without further ado, let's analyze this market from the top to the finish now. And let's be able to draw up a signal from this trade. So I've given you the basic idea behind this my trade right here. And why I was actually expecting the buy was because I was seeing some change of structure in that level. I was seeing some change of structure. I was seeing some change of structure in that level, right? I was seeing some change of structure in that level, and that was the main reason why I was interested in buying. And what happened? The news supported it. The news supported it, and that's why sometimes when you do your technical analysis correctly, you shouldn't even be scared of the news, right? When you do your technical analysis correctly, because most of the time before a news actually happen, it will give you the move. Only if you listen to the market enough, it will give you the move. It will give you the indications. It will give you signs of where it's actually heading to, right? It will give us signs of where it's actually heading to. But that doesn't mean we should just do what? Take decision, make decision anyhow when the news is coming up. We need to be very what? Very, very careful. We need to be very, 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 very careful, right? So let's continue. What's my projection on gold? Let's go back to the daily time frame, just like I always do, based on the fact that I'm actually a day trader. And for swing traders, you start your analysis from the weekly, right? But we want to see what the market has been doing overall. Overall, I want to use it as the basis of our decision making. Daily time frame, market is still spiking crazily to the top side. Our market is still very, very strongly bullish. Market is still strongly, strongly bullish. We have this significant level right here. We have this significant level right here. That if the market comes to that level in the future, there's going to be some reaction. Let's go down to the 4 hours time frame. Here on the 4 hours time frame, let's try to mark out what are the things we are trying to identify here on the 4 hours time frame. We're trying to identify our significant swing highs and swing lows. We're trying to identify our significant swing highs and swing lows, where the buyers and the sellers are at, right? Where the buyers and the sellers are at, where there's pressure in the market, where we think the big boys are in the market, right? And trying to mark that out gives us a significant idea. And one basic rule in trading that we always repeat every time, because no matter how good you are in trading, no matter how professional you think you are in trading, you have every professional. Let me just put it that way. Every professional still follow. Every professional that you see that they are banging pips, they are banging profits. They follow this simple rule in trading, which is what? Buying from support levels and selling at resistance levels. Right? That's the basic rule in trading. If you try to do opposite this rule, that is when you start getting it wrong. Right? That's when you start getting it wrong. What's the basic rule? Basic trading rule. Basic trading rule. Basic trading rule is what? Buy from support, buy from the low, support, sell from the high. And what's our high? Resistance levels. Right? Our highs are our resistance levels. This basic rule, you need to always put it at the back of your mind every single time. We need to always put this basic rule at the back of our mind every damn time. Why? Because following this rule alone, we reduce your we reduce we increase your win rate. Following this simple rule in trading, we really, really increase your win rate, right? Because this rule simply goes in line with institutional trading. It simply goes in line with institutional trading strategy. There's no institution that will trade in the middle of support and resistance levels. They trade at these significant levels. That's why you see that sometimes anytime markets approach a significant support level, immediately it's touching that level. What do you see? You see spikes. You see crazy spikes to the top side. Why? Because there are a lot of positions, there are a lot of buy positions that are resting at those levels. There are a lot of buy positions that what? That are resting at those levels. And that is why immediately market touches those levels, even if it tries to consolidate, sweep whatever you think is sweeping or does whatever, it's still going to spike to the top side. And why is that? That is because some traders have laid their orders. They have laid their pending orders at that area. They've laid their pending orders at that zone. And that's why you see immediate market gets to that level is what? Is giving reactions. Market start reacting to it. And even as a bank that they trade with millions of dollars, what do? They still trade from these significant levels. A bank cannot want to sell and start selling from the middle here. Even if you are trading with $20 million, even if you are trading with $20 million in a day, the market in a day, the amount of money that is being traded in the forex market in a day, like I read from a report recently, is $3 trillion. $3 trillion. $3 trillion. Meaning that even if you are trading with $1 million account, you are trading with $1 million account, you are still not strong enough to move the market to start selling or to start buying immediately or whatever. And that's why we have to do was be at the significant levels, trade from significant levels that are actually very, very good and put us on the what? On the safer side, right? So let's get straight to business and let's try to mark out our significant levels right here. So what has gold done? What has gold done? Let's try to interpret the interaction between the buyers and the sellers in this scenario. Let's try to interpret the interaction between the buyers and the seller. We have the significant level right here. This is a significant support level, right? This is a significant resistance level. And anytime market comes to this level, what are we going to be seeing? We are going to be seeing some reactions. Anytime market comes to this level, we are definitely going to be seeing some reactions. Why? Because that level is a significant resistance level, right? Market came down a bit, and what it did was spike above. Market will become a support for a continuous movement to the downside. But now we can't wait 20 years for market to come to that level, right? And that's why we need to look at the current move. We need to look at the current structure that is in the market. We need to be able to look at the current stage, the current stage that the market is at the moment, right? So right here we have this significant level, we have this significant resistance level, right? So imagine what I was saying. Market created a high, right? Market created a high, created a low, right? Created a lower high, created a lower low. Now, market created an equal high. This is significant resistance level. Putting your sell order here after getting confirmation is a good sell, right? Is a good sell, and you just do what? You know that the structure of the market is still strongly bullish, but you will only be able to catch what? Few pips, and you are good. You relax, you re-strategize, and you look for what? Better opportunities in the market, right? Look for better opportunities in the market. Without further ado, let's go to the lower time frame. Let's go down to the 1 hour time frame and look at what the 1 hour time frame is actually saying. Let's look at what the 1 hour time frame. And on the 1 hour time frame, we'll be able to identify some recent levels, right? On the 1 hour time frame, we'll be able to identify some recent levels that we need to really do what? That we really need to pay attention to, right? We need to look at some recent levels that we need to pay attention to. Now, this level right here, let me reduce the font for this. Okay. This level right here is what? Is a significant support level, right? This level right here is a significant support level. And what happened? What happened? Market came down to that level, but the buyers were unable to take control. The sellers came in, they sold below. The buyers were resting their positions here, and they did what? They pushed the price higher. They pushed the price crazily to the top side, right? They managed to push the price higher. This is a significant support level now, right? This is a significant support level. And anytime market comes to this level, we're definitely going to be seeing what? We're definitely going to be seeing reactions. Anytime market comes to this level, we're definitely going to be seeing reactions. Either market continuing the movement to the top side, or if we have the sellers push below this level, they will know that what? Something is coming up. We are having a little change of structure, and we are being what? Cautious. We are being cautious, right? Now let's mark out our recent levels. Let's try to mark out our recent levels. Right here we have a recent resistance level where there was a bit of consolidation in this zone right here. This is significant resistance level, right? And what happened? What happened to that resistance level? Market came down to do a retest, and what happened? Market bought, right? And market is coming back to that area again. If market gives this kind of reversal, rejection candlesticks, buy again, target this high as you take profit and do what? Keep your stop loss a bit below this area right here, right here. Immediately market gets to that level, you buy. No, that is where your candlestick actually comes in. You need to see some confirmation. Either you see your pattern like the W pattern, you see your pin back candlestick, right? Or you see your inverse head and shoulder pattern at that level. Then you do what? You buy immediately. You buy immediately, right? You start buying immediately from that level. Only when you get your confirmations intact. Only when you get what? Your confirmation intact. Now, this is a significant resistance level, right? Market retested it, gave it a support, and what? We might be expecting a retest of this level to continue buying. Now, I'm not saying you just buy immediately market gets to this level. Just like I told you, the confirmations you actually wait for before getting your entry. And what will happen? Why are you looking forward to buy? Because the market is strongly bullish. Market tried to be bearish, right? Market tried to be bearish. Let me increase the opacity for this. Market tried to be bearish, but what? The fundamental news that came out did what? Overshadow the sellers. The seller, he said goodbye. He said goodbye to the sellers. And what did you see? If market was going to continue being bearish, it was not supposed to break this swing low right here. This is a swing low. this level right here that I'm moving my mouse all over is a significant swing low, right? Level is a significant swing low. If market was going to be if market was going to continue the bearish move, it was supposed to come for a retest, right? And continue the movement to the top side. And that is why you will see that in the news that I traded, my I had my entry above that level because I knew that anything that makes markets come above that level, definitely what market is going to continue buying. And you can see how that buy runs went. And if you were active on the Telegram channel, I actually sent a trade a day before the CPI news. I had a projection for the buy starting from this level right here, and I was targeting this high right here. I was targeting this high, and you were surprised by how market came to that exact level. How market came to that exact level is just by basically understanding what it's just by basically understanding what this change of structure, by basically identifying when the market has finally what changed its structure. Right now, in this kind of market scenario, if market comes to this level and you were not able to get an opportunity to buy from this level, right? If market comes to this level and you see a break below, it doesn't give you the mind to actually start selling immediately. Because if you can't sell in the middle of this zone right here, market might just come and act like a fake out and do what? Continue buying to the top side. And in that scenario, you are scared. You start cursing yourself. You start being like, gold is bad, gold is bad. I don't like trading gold. Gold used to take my stop loss. Gold used to hit my stop loss. I get that, I get that comment almost every time. People saying gold is their stop loss and stuff like that. The thing is, every pair has its own peculiarity, but you have to do what? Understand the pair, understand each pair personally. But understanding this, explaining for you guys, can be used on any pair whatsoever. I even use it on crypto, BTC, right? And you can see the bit sent on the Telegram yesterday, how well it went, right? You can see how well it went. So in this kind of market scenario now, you basically do what? Wait for market. You know that you're looking for buy because what? The structure of the market is still strongly bullish. Now, if market doesn't give you a buy from this level and you're unable to get your confirmation to continue buying from here, market might break below and come back to give you a retest from this level right here. Market might come back to give you a retest from this level. And if anything that makes market come to this level and you're able to get your confirmation, whether you get a W, you get a pin bar, or you get your inverse head and shoulder pattern from this level, you do what? You strike your buy. Now, I'm actually seeing an inverse head and shoulder pattern right here. For those that are actually hearing that, I'm actually seeing an inverse head and shoulder pattern right here. Now, what's happening? Now, look at this scenario right here. We have this level. We have this level. Let me try to mark this out. Let me use this. Let me use this to mark this level out. Right here, this is the edge, right? We have our edge right here, right? Are you following? We have our edge right here. We have our left shoulder right here. We have our left shoulder right here. And what are you expecting now? What are you expecting? Can I get that comment? Can I get that? Can I get that in the comment section? What are we expecting right here? What are you expecting? Is it possible for you to have only one shoulder? Is it possible for you to have only one shoulder? No. When you have a left shoulder, what are you expecting again? Let me get that in the comment section. When you have a left shoulder, when we have this left shoulder right here, what else are we expecting? Let me get that in the comment section. Let me get that in the comment section. We're actually expecting what? Our right shoulder. We're expecting what? Our right shoulder. Right? We're basically expecting our right shoulder. And that means what? If market fails to give us an entry, if market fails to give us an entry, if market fails to give us an entry from this area right here, if market fails to give us an entry from here, if market fails to give us an entry from here, automatically what are we expecting? We're expecting the sell to happen up to this level, and we'll be looking forward to getting on our buy from this level right here. We'll be looking forward to getting our buy from this level. From this level, I'll be targeting this first, or even a break below, or even a break above. Sorry. And what? We'll keep our stop loss very, very minimal. We'll keep our stop loss very, very minimal. Very, very minimal. Right? We'll keep our stop loss very, very minimal. We're going to keep our stop loss very, very minimal. Right? And this is actually putting us on the safer side. I don't know if you actually understand this strategy right now. I don't know if you're actually feeling this analysis right now. I don't know if you're actually feeling this analysis right now. If market fails to give us a buy from this level right here, if market fails to give us a buy from this level right here, and we see the sell breaking below this zone, if we see the sell breaking below this zone that I've marked out right here, if we see the sell breaking below this zone that I have marked out right here, what's going to happen? Then we're definitely going to see what? The buy happening from this lower area right here. And I'm He said, I do. Exactly. 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 Do you understand what I'm saying now? So if market fails to give us a if market fails to give us an entry from here, then definitely we are what? Expecting our entry from this level. I don't think there's any other analysis I need to do on this trade. I don't think there's any other analysis I need to do on this trade. This is a perfect analysis. This is a perfect analysis. And getting on this kind of trade, we are only risking just what? 56 pips. We are risking 56 pips to catch what? 300 pips. And this is very, very realistic, I tell you. This is very, 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 very realistic. This is very, very. I'm not even going to do any analysis on this trade again. I'm definitely going to be going with just this analysis. And when you see the market coming close to your point of interest, when you see the market coming to your marked point of interest, what else do you need to do? What else do you need to do? Go down to your lower time frame, go down to the 15 minutes time frame and start doing what? Studying the move. Start studying the move. Start studying the move and start watching out. Start studying the move and start watching out. Right? Start studying the move and start watching out. Right? Do you understand what I'm saying now? Start studying the move and start watching out for what the market is saying. On the 15 minutes time frame, market is going to give us an entry point right here. And we're going to do what? We're going to be looking for our buy. And once we get that, we're definitely going to be what? Stacking stop loss on this kind of trade now. This is a very, very good trade. And I'm actually going to be flipping an account with this trade. If this setup cooks just as expected, especially when it happens at this area right here, giving me the confirmation of an inverse and head and shoulder pattern right here, I'm breaking this level right here. I'm definitely going to be stacking and I'm going to be flipping an account with this trade right here. Right? Do you understand what I'm saying now? So I feel this is all that is needed for me to do on gold, and this is my basic expectation for gold. And anything that makes gold break below this level, then automatically what? Our mindset is shifting and we're looking for better opportunities in the market. Right? That's it. That's just how simple it is. That is just how simple it is. That is just how simple this whole thing is. That is how simple this whole thing is. Right? So, what other pair do you need me to trade? What other pair do you want me to analyze with you? What other pair do you want me to analyze with you? This is all for XAUSD, and this is the basic XAUSD secret for market opening. What I'm basically expecting, right? This is what I'm basically expecting for the market opening, right? This is what I'm basically expecting for the market opening. For XAUSD, this is my projection. And I'm going to send this on the Telegram channel. And I want you all to actually what? Monitor this trade. Let's all monitor this trade together. Let's monitor this trade together. This trade is definitely going to give us good profits. And this is just a 5-to-1 risk to reward. This is a perfect 5-to-1 risk to reward. Because what? We are risking just how many pips? We are risking just 56 pips. We are risking just 56 pips to catch 300 pips. Right? Now, if there's any other pair that you want me to actually trade with you or you want me to analyze with you right now before we end this call, let me see that comment. Let me see that in the comment section right now. I'm seeing a comment. Let me see any pair you want me to trade, any pair you want me to analyze with you guys. Let me see the comments right now. Let me see the comment. Type it in the comment section right now. Any other pair that is giving you problem or any pair you want me to look into for you, and let's analyze it together. And probably you need insights or your favorite pair that you think is giving you issues, or any pair whatsoever that you think you want us to analyze together. Type it in the comment section right now. Type it in the comment section right now. Type it in the comment section right now. Okay, I'm seeing and I'm asking that. Do you recommend this strategy on a lower time frame? Yes, I do. Yes, I really do recommend this strategy on the lower time frame. But the thing is, when you have your analysis drawn up, right? When you have your analysis drawn up on the higher time frame, what are you expected to do next? When you have your analysis drawn up on the higher time frame, when you see price, you just wait. You wait on that higher time frame. Now, when you see price coming close to this area, what do? you go down to your 15 minutes time frame, because getting entry on the 15 minutes time frame tends to keep your stop loss lower. It tends to keep your stop loss lower, and you are no longer over risking. You are keeping your stop loss lower. You are looking to you are throwing five bread. You are throwing five loaves of bread, and you are looking forward to using that five loaves of bread to catch 100, 20, 50, like that, right? Okay, so Enam is saying we should analyze Euro USD, and Brain Austin is also saying we should analyze USD JPY. I'm going to be doing the two now, and I actually want you guys to be active and follow through. So let me start with Euro USD real quick. Let me start with Euro USD real quick. I'll need to open this chart right up. I'll need to open this chart. Let me know if you can see my screen though. My screen. Euro USD. Euro USD. If you can see my screen where I'm at, if you can see where I'm at Euro USD, let me see your comment. Okay, you guys actually see where I'm at Euro USD. Let me know if you can see where I'm at Euro USD. So Enam wants us to analyze Euro USD. Enam wants us to analyze Euro USD, and I actually want to do that now. Just so you know that this strategy doesn't just work on one particular pair, right? It works on all pairs. It works on all pairs whatsoever. Analyze once you know how to use it, it works on all pair. So if you can see my Euro USD chart, let me see those fire emoji. Let me see those fire emoji in the chat box. If you can see my Euro USD chart, let me see some fire emoji in the chat box. If you can see my Euro USD chart, let me see some fire emoji in the chat box. Let me see some. Okay, I'm seeing, and I'm saying we have 5 people on this call actually, and I'm seeing just one person liking this video. I see only one like. I want you guys to actually like this video so YouTube will recommend it. I think that's the only thing you can do. That's the only free thing I need from you. Thank you. That's the only thing you can do to just keep this community growing, and we'll be able to reach out to more people. So Euro USD, no hard feeling, no hard feeling. Very very simple analysis. Very very simple. Very very simple stuff. Very very simple stuff. And what am I basically saying right here on the Euro USD? If you are yet to like this video, like I said, just like this video. We have 5 people on this call, and only one person liked the video. Just like this video so that YouTube will recommend it to more people. Thank you. I think that's the only sacrifice you can do, and that's the best way to actually. That's the only way you can support the community, so it will recommend it to more people. Now, Euro USD, what are you saying? What are you seeing right here on Euro USD? What's the obvious thing you can see right here on Euro USD? Going with our market structure, what's the best thing you can see? We are right here on the daily time frame, and on the daily time frame, see how easy this chart is. See how easy this whole chart is. See what is happening right here. See what is happening right here on this chart. See what is happening right here. We have this significant level. We have this significant level that what? The market, that if the buy continues, we are going to be seeing what? Mark Euro USD buying up to this level, right? We're going to be seeing Euro USD buying up to this level. We're going to be seeing Euro USD buying up to this level. Yeah, that's the highest high. Yeah, exactly. No, that's not the highest though. That's not the highest. We have another highest. We have another higher one. But let's try to mark out our significant levels here on the higher time frame, here on the daily time frame. Now, what's happening on the daily time frame? You can see that what the buyers are still in control. The buyers are basically in control, right? Having that at the back of your mind that the buyers are in control is giving us what? A clue into what we should be looking forward to doing. It's giving us a clue into being in line with the bigger boys, into being in line with the big boys in the market, right? It's giving us the basic idea of being in line with the big boys in the market. We have this level right here, and you can see basic support and resistance, right? On Euro USD. And we have this last level right here. We have this significant level right here. That what happened? What happened at this level? This is a significant resistance level, right? I'm basically trying to mark out our levels first. This is a significant resistance level. Just like we did on gold, I'm seeing similar form on Euro USD right here. And I want you to pay full attention. I need you guys to actually pay full attention. I need to actually pay full attention. I need you to pay full attention. Let's go down to the daily time, to the 4 hours time frame. Now basically on the 4 hours time frame. What I was saying on the 4 hours time frame, we are seeing that Euro USD is actually doing what? Consolidating. If you can see right here, Euro USD is basically consolidating between this zone. If you are if you understand how consolidation works, if you understand how consolidation works, you will be able to understand that what Euro USD has been consolidating between this area right here. And as Euro, and how do you trade consolidations? How do you trade consolidations? How do you trade consolidations? I've taught that before under the market structure video right here on the YouTube channel. To trade consolidations, you basically need to identify what the high and the low of the range. You need to do what? Identify the high. I don't think I need to type that out. You need to identify the high and the low of the range of the ranging markets, right? Identifying the highs and the lows, you are basically able to understand that what this is the high, right? And you're basically able to understand what this, we have a low right here. We've been able to mark that out. And what will you be doing? You'll be setting what? But the best way to actually trade consolidation, right? The best way to trade consolidation, in order for you not to be wrong, is to be more on looking to buy at the low of the consolidation area. I don't know if that's actually sinking in. I don't know if you're actually getting that concept. Now you understand that the trend of this market is actually very, very bullish, and you see the market consolidating between a range like this. Now I understand that the trend of the market is bullish. What will I do? Go to the low. I'll basically go to the low point, just like this area right here. How will I have gotten a signal from here? I'll go to the lowest point, and what will I do? Target the high, right? I'll be targeting this high, and what will I do? I'll keep my stop loss a bit below. I'll give my stop loss some breathing space with a 41 pips stop loss right here. You'll be able to secure what? 120, 129 pips, right? We'll be able to secure 129 pips, right? We'll be able to secure 129 pips, right? Now, in order to trade this market properly, look at what happened right here. You know, we have our swing high right here, right? We've been able to identify that what? These are swing high, right? Are you following? These are swing high. And right here, we have our swing low. We have our swing low. And what's happening? We had a break. This is where it gets interesting. We had a break of the consolidation to the top side. And what is that break of the consolidation to the top side actually saying? What is that? What is the indication of the break of that consolidation? What is it indicating? What sign is he giving us? Is he giving us what? Is he giving us signs that what? Market is still strongly bullish and the buyers are more in the market. But look at what happened right here. It's acted more like a fake out, because if you were expecting a retest from here and continuation, you could have been stopped out by this movement that came in right here. And what happened? Market go back into the range. Market go back into the zone. And what is he doing? He's basically rejecting off this area. Now, for me personally, I'll be looking at scalping a sell from this level up to this level again, basically. And why did I say that? Now, for this trade, the only reason that might not make me want to get on a sell at that level, the only reason that might make, because look at what happened. Look at what happened right here. What's the indication of this? What's the indication of this sell? Let me point that out for you. What's the indication of this sell that happened, that came back into the zone? What is the indication? It's basically indicating that what the buyers are not ready to continue buying yet. It's giving us the idea that what it's giving us the basic ideology that what the buyers are stronger, the buyers have more money. TSK have more money because he's a buyer, right? It's giving us that idea, right? But the buyers are not ready to push the market higher yet, because if they were ready, market was just supposed to give a retest of this consolidation area and continue the spike to the top side and go and retest another significant resistance level that is above, right? And go and retest another significant swing high. Now I'm basically teaching you how to trade consolidations now, based on this market scenario. But now that you've been able to identify that the buyers are not ready yet, what are you saying? What are you saying? You are seeing double top right here, right? You are seeing double top right here. You are seeing double top right here. And where is our double top happening? You are seeing a double top, right? You are seeing a double top right here. And you do what? You target this low. You target this low. Looking at how small this market condition is, you necessarily don't have to start going to the lower time frame yet, right? You just go to the lower time frame when you want to get your entry. More money. Exactly. Exactly. Somebody saying more money. Exactly. So what are you basically seeing? You're seeing double top. Now, why am I saying we are looking for sell? We are looking for a mini sell, a short sell before the buy continuation. Why? Because we were able to understand that what now we understood that the buyers are strong. This is the scenario where you trade outside what the trend is actually saying, and you are not still trading outside what the trend is saying, but you are basically studying the change of structure. You are basically able to identify when this change of structure is actually happening, and you're able to follow through. You're able to follow through. Now we understood that what the buyers broke the consolidation. They were supposed to give a retest and continue the movement to the top side. They were unable to hold their position. The sellers came in, they sold below. Now market retested that level and is finding it hard to break above again. And what is happening? Market is giving us a double top between this consolidation zone. And what are we going to be doing? Let's try to mark out our double top right here. Let's try to mark out our double top right here. Marking out your double top, you have something like this, right? You have something like this. And why is this trade worth taking? Why is this trade worth taking? If somebody is asking why is this trade worth taking, this trade is worth taking because the low is that the risk is very, very low. The risk is very, very, very low. If you are yet to like this video, endeavor to do so YouTube will recommend it the more. Thank you. The risk is very, very low. And looking at shorting from here, when I say short, that's sell. That's sell. When we say short or long, that's sell. When we say long, it means buy, right? You basically be targeting this. And what's your risk? What's your stop loss at? You can even keep your stop loss way lower. Imagine you're targeting this low right here because you know that what the trend of the market is still strongly bullish. And at the end of the day, market might get to this level and start buying. Why? Because you know that the trend of the market is still strongly bullish, and you're targeting this low. You're selling to buy, right? You're selling to buy. That's the idea. You're basically selling to buy. And what happened to our stop loss? What's happening right here? We have just 37 pips stop loss. We have just 37 pips, and this is very, very low and very, very good for you. The risk is lower, and you might not even wait for this trade to hit your stop loss. Once you see that the market is breaking above this level, is breaking above this double top right here. Once you see market get up to this level, what do? You run out. You run out of the market because you know that what you have it at the back of your mind that the trend of the market is strongly bullish, and you are seeing that the bulls, the big boys, they are getting back into the market. What do? You run out of your sell and you start looking for opportunities to buy, whether by a retest or watching out for your pattern at that level. I don't know if you're actually feeling me. If you understand this trade is worth taking because the buyers can't hold their position. Exactly. Exactly. That's the idea. That's the idea, Enam. That's the idea. And you see the stop loss is lower and the take profit is actually way, way good. And you necessarily don't have to wait until this level because you know that the buyers can come in at any level. Once you get your target, your profit target, you can easily do what? Get out of the market. Right? So this is my view for Euro USD. You can easily go down to the 1 hour time frame and see the same thing. See just the same thing. The exact same thing. The exact same thing. Now, I didn't say immediately markets open, you just start selling, right? Watch out. Watch out. If market give us a bearish engulfing candle in this level right here, then we are going to short immediately. We are going to start selling immediately. If market is able to give us a bearish engulfing candle in this area, and let's see what pattern market actually tried to give right here. See right here. You can see that the buyers are still trying to the buyers are still showing some some tail weak rejections, right? That's why I said don't just buy, don't just sell immediately markets open, but instead watch out. Instead, watch out, right? Instead, watch out for the reaction in that area. Watch out for the reaction. Now, in this scenario, how do we get a buy in this market scenario? If we have this market break instead of if we see signs that this market is actually going to break, our market is indicating probably market fails to come back into this area and fails to give us bearish engulfing candlestick. What do? If we get a break above this level, what do? We are patient. We are basically watching out, and immediately we get a retest at this level right here. What do? You target your next high. You can start by targeting this one right here, right? Immediately market get to this one right here, you secure some profit. You target another high right here. We have another significant high right here. Now let me erase this. We have another significant high right here, right? We have another significant. It's all a matter of you marking out all these things on your chart, marking out all these things and looking at studying the move, study the interaction, study how the buyers and the sellers are talking to themselves. Who is shivering for the other? Is it the sellers that are shivering? Is it the buyers that are shivering? When you're able to identify the weakness and the strength, see, in this market scenario, if you get something like this, if you see markets break above that double top, then what? You wait for some corrections to happen, and you do what? You target this high that we have marked out right here, and that's giving you what? 80 pips. And from here, you put your stop loss below this area, 15 pips. 15 pips stop loss in this scenario. See, 15 pips stop loss in this scenario. But if you want to be very, very conservative, you can keep your stop loss below this area right here, and that's giving you 26 pips stop loss. With a 26 pips stop loss and a target of 81 pips, you have what? A 3-to-1 risk to reward, and that's very, very good. That is still very, very okay for you as a what? As a risk to reward trader. That's still very, very okay for you, right? And you're still on the safer side. You're still on the safer side. You're not risking too much. You're not risking too much, right? So I hope you've been able to get the idea behind this Euro USD, because I'm going into USD JPY, just like Brain Austin actually said. So I hope you actually understand this Euro USD. Do you understand this Euro USD right now? Do you understand the whole idea behind this Euro USD? I will be looking for the sell and the buy on this Euro USD based off whatever we see, right? Based off whatever we see. Do you understand the idea behind this Euro USD now? I want to see your fire emoji if you understand the idea. Enam is saying he gets it. Cool, 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 cool. Don't forget to like this video, like I said. Don't forget to like this video so YouTube recommend it. If there's any pair you want me to analyze for you, endeavor to drop it right here. Endeavor to drop it right here. So, Brian Austin, are you active right now as you analyze USD JPY? If you're active, let me see. If you're actually active, if you're active, let me see. Let me see if you're actually active as we get into this. If you're active, okay. So he said USD JPY, right? Brand said USD JPY. USD JPY, USD JPY. So let's analyze USD JPY. What's our view on USD JPY? What are we looking at on USD JPY? Just like someone said in the comment section that we should analyze. Okay, Brian is active. Just like someone said we should analyze. Brian said we should analyze Euro USD JPY rather, USD JPY. So let's analyze USD JPY together. Let's analyze USD JPY together. And let's look at what what's our expectation for USD JPY and how do we make money from USD JPY this week. If you are still on this call and you're yet to like this video, endeavor to do. If there's any pair that is troubling you and you want us to analyze together, drop it in the comment section and let's look at this real quick. We are going to be ending this section very, very soon. We are going to be ending this call very, very soon. So endeavor to drop anything that you want us to analyze right now. So USD JPY, I'm trying to open my USD JPY as we break it down from the top. Let's break it down from the top. Let's break it down from the top together. USD JPY, right? USD JPY. USD JPY chart. Let me see your fire emoji. You can see my USD JPY chart. Let me see your fire emoji. I want to know if you're actually at what I'm doing. So I don't just keep talking. And if you're on this call and you're here to like this video, endeavor to do. It doesn't take you anything. Thank you. If you actually gain value, thank you. And I don't think that costs. It doesn't cost a damn thing. So let's check what's going on with USD JPY. Let's analyze USD JPY. What's up with USD JPY? For USD JPY, my network is quite unstable. Damn. Can you actually hear me, please? If you can hear me, let me see your fire emoji. It's saying my network is unstable. If you can hear me, let me see your fire emoji so I know that. So I'll know if my network is actually back. If you can hear me, let me just see I can hear you or something. I want to get an indication that you guys can hear me before I continue, please. I want to get an indication that you can actually hear me before I continue, please. If you can hear me, let me just see your fire emoji. If you can hear me, or let me just see I can hear you or something. Okay. Thank you, Brian. So you guys can actually hear me. So let me continue. So for USD JPY, what's happening? Then pair has been consolidating. This pair has seriously been consolidating. Okay. So let's continue. For USD JPY, USD has been strongly bearish, right? USD has been strongly bearish. But what is our indication to know if the bearish market, if a bearish market is changing its structure into a bullish market? What's our indication to know if a bearish market is changing its structure into a bullish market? What's our indication? Let's have that drawn up right here. You see a trend going like this, right? This is a bearish market, right? You see it going like this, right? You know this is a bearish market, right? Because you are seeing what? Lows. You are seeing lows, right? You are seeing lows. This is a lower low, this is a lower high, right? This is a lower low, this is a lower high, this is a lower low, this is a lower high, this is a lower low, right? This is the last low right here. Now, if this low right here, after this low right here, in order to confirm if the trend of this market is still bearish, what do we need to see? In order to confirm if the trend of this market is still bearish, what do we need to see, guys? What do we need to see? I need that comment. I need that in the comment section. You need to see what? When you, after your correction, right? You need to see another lower low, right? Is that correct? I want to know if I'm actually correct. Let me see that in the comment section. You need to see a lower low to confirm that what? The trend of this market is still what? Is still bearish, right? Now, what happens if the market fails to give you a lower low? What happens if the market fails to give you a lower low? Now, hear me clearly. It's signifying is tip of an iceberg that what? I'm changing structure. Small, small. It's giving you an idea that what? It's changing the structure. You don't just buy. You don't just buy like that because you think that market failed to give me a lower low. I should just buy. I have the idea that market is now bullish. No, you don't just buy like that, right? You don't just buy based off that. You don't just buy like that until you see what? At least new two new higher low signifying an uptrend. Signifying an uptrend. That is when you should be confident in what? Looking for buys. Now, in this scenario, you see something like this. Market gave you an higher low, right? Shifting your what? This is shifting your mental framework. This framework that what? Market is no longer bearish. I don't know if somebody is getting all these ideas. I don't know if you're actually following with all these things and it's clear to you. Now, this giving basically now in this scenario, this was our last low. This was our last low, right? Our market gave us what? A lower low, right? Market gave a low. Now, in this scenario, market was supposed, after this correction that happened, this low that ended up right here was supposed to be another lower low. But what happened? Market fails to give us a lower low. Automatically, what? The trend is changing, and the market is giving indication that what? The buyers are trying to push the market. Have what? A higher low. Why? Because this low is not lower than this previous one. It is higher than this previous low. And automatically this becomes a what? A higher low. And this becomes what? A higher low. This becomes a higher low. This becomes a high. This becomes another higher low. This becomes an higher high. And what will happen? Having this idea that what market has now changed the structure from being bearish into being bullish, what's our basic idea? You try to mark out this significant level and do what? Expect corrections. That's where patience comes in. And that's where most traders get it wrong. Expect corrections. Now, any correction that come into this level right here, if the bullish movement is going to continue, how do you know that this market is now bullish? You've been able to identify what? At least two higher lows and two higher highs, right? And what do? Wait for your corrections, get your candlestick confirmation, and do what? Target the next high. These are our next high now to target. And you do what? You target this high. And in this kind of market scenario, you've been able to buy. You buy right here and you target this level, right? You target this level and you keep your stop loss tight. You keep your stop loss lower than last previous low. Now, how many pips? How many pips are stop loss right here? How many pips are stop loss right here? We have a 17 pips stop loss to a 53 pips take profit, and that's giving us a 3-to-1 risk to reward, and that's actually a perfect trade, right? I just basically explained how to easily identify when the structure of the market is actually changing, because that's what is actually happening on this USD JPY, and I'm actually going to break that down for you. I'm definitely going to break that down for you. So I want you to pay full attention. I'm going to break that down for you. So I want you to pay full attention. I want you to pay full attention, right? I'm trying to delete all of these things. I'm trying to. So let's see what's happening. USDJPY. Now USDJPY, we have some significant levels. Now what happened on USDJPY? Market has always been bearish. Market has been strongly bearish rather. It started giving us highs. It gave us highs up to this. It sold up to this level, and from this level, it has been highs. It has been a series of highs. It gave us an higher high. It gave us an higher low, right? It gave us an higher high. It gave us an higher low. This low right here hasn't break this previous lower low. Hasn't break this previous low. Do you understand what I'm saying now? It hasn't break this previous low. That is automatically shifting our what mental framework into what this trend of this market is still bullish, right? The trend of this market is still bullish, right? And what should you be doing? What should you be doing in this market scenario? You should be looking for opportunity to buy, and you shouldn't be selling unless now, just like economics term, we always say, because I study economics, economics term will tell you if HIF IFF rather. Economics term will tell you IFF. IFF. And what is that IFF? I want you to apply this rule in your trading. What is IFF? If and only if, right? If and only if. What's that scenario? What's the scenario of if and only if? Now, if and only if gold, or if and only if USDJPY breaks below this last low, if and only if USDJPY breaks below this last low, that is when what I will be looking for opportunity to sell. But as long as USDJPY hasn't break this last low right here, I don't think I have any business thinking of selling. I don't think so. I don't think I have any business thinking of selling right here. I don't think so. And see how market has been consolidating on the low on the daily time frame, meaning that this pair has been moving very, very slow lately. If and only if we have a break below this level, that is when we are going to be looking for what opportunity to sell. But if that doesn't happen, then what I'm still looking for opportunity to buy. And what am I targeting? I'm targeting this significant level right here. I'm targeting this significant level right here. I can target this high right here, or I start by targeting this high, right? Or I start by targeting this one right here. So now let's try to draw up an analysis. Let's try to get a projection from this trade. Let's try to get a projection from this trade. Let's go down to the 4 hours time frame. This trend has been has been consolidating for a very long time. It has been consolidating since when? Since the 21st. Seriously? Okay, it's even gave you some spike here. But right from here, from the beginning of August, literally, from the 3rd of August, all this move right here, there's no real trend right here. All this move right here has just been what consolidations. More of what consolidations. I've just been more of consolidations. Now, markets how to trade the consolidation, just like I told you, market is approaching the low, right? Market is approaching the low. How do you get the best bet from this trade? Wait for market to come to this low right here and do what? Target this high. If the market will still continue consolidating, target this high. Don't take your profit yet. If you see market break above this level, what do? Tighten your stop loss to your entry and target the next high that we initially have in our drawn up analysis. Now let's try to mark out our target and let me try to clear this off. Let me try to clear this off and let's try to mark out our target. Let's make this actually way more simple. Let me break this down very well for you. Let me break this down very well for you. Now let's try to mark out our levels, right? Let's try to mark out our levels. We have this level right here that gold as the USDJ. I'm literally saying gold every single time because I trade more of gold. So we have this level right here. We have this level. This will be our target. This will be our first target if we are looking for the buy. This will be our first target if we are looking for the buy, right? This will be our first target if we are looking for the buy. And right here we have another level. Okay, that level is actually a reaction to that level, to the previous one. And we have another level right here. We have another high right here. We have another high right here, right? Are you following? We have another high right here. Now, having marked out all these highs, what am I expecting for USDJPY to do? What am I expecting for USDJPY to do? Go down to the lower time frame. What am I expecting? The lower time frame actually looks way choppy. Let me go down to the 4 hours. The 4 hours makes charts look simple. All these choppy charts, It's not easy to identify to analyze them on the lower time frame because it's there's a lot of ranging up and down. So what's my best bet for this trade now? What's my best bet? I either wait now for Austin. For me, if I'm going to be trading this pair, I will either wait for market to come back lower and enter a buy and target this level right here, right? This is my first signal for this trade. Wait for this to happen, right? Wait for this to happen and target this level right here. Now there's patience in waiting. See, imagine waiting on this trade. You're able to secure 200 pips. I don't even know that you're able to secure 200 pips. Imagine just within this small zone and your stop loss is lower. You keep your stop loss at least below this area. Okay, let's say you even keep your stop loss below this zone right here, below this last low right here. And what's happening? Keep your stop loss below that zone right there. What's the idea? What's the idea behind keeping your stop loss below that zone right here? And how many pips is your stop loss level? Your stop loss level in this area is just 50 pips. Just 50 pips stop loss. And watch out for news. Watch out for the news that are actually coming this week. They might give you the opportunity to actually get the best bet out of this trade. Now, this giving us just 50 pips stop loss and what? Minimum of 200 pips take profit. Minimum of 200 pips take profit. And this is actually my projection for this trade. Now, if market fails to come below this area right here, if market fails to come below this area right here, we have another level. We have another level right here. Now, this is where you need to train your eyes. You really do need to train your eyes into seeing all these things on the chart. Into seeing all these things on the chart. And training your eyes into seeing all these things literally comes with what? Practice. Practice. Now, why do I think this trade is actually going to sell from there and come up to this level? Look at this trade right here. Can you see that market tried to give sorry about that. Market tried to give a pattern right here. Market gave an M pattern right here. And what happened? Broke above, right? Rejected from that neckline, and is rejecting again. Basically, not to bombard you with all this chart stuff. What's basically our play? A resistance level is becoming a support, right? And when a resistance level is becoming support, what's our idea? What do we look forward to doing? When resistance level is becoming support, we sell, right? And you can see that this market is selling. And I won't advise you to sell from here now because this market has sold for a while. If we're going to sell, you should have gotten your entry early from here, from the top, right here, right? Now, from this level, it's very, very sure that what market will give some rejections. The rejections are going to happen and this market is going to sell from this level back into this zone. And anything that makes market sell into this zone, what do? Start looking for your opportunities to buy. Now, if this doesn't happen, another scenario, if this doesn't happen, right? If this doesn't happen, having two scenarios in trading can actually be very, very helpful if you are professional enough. Having two scenarios can be very helpful if you are professional enough to make sure that they don't convince you, right? To make sure that they don't confuse you, right? Now, in this market scenario, if market fails to come below this area, what else? What else will be the best bet for me? I'll basically wait for market to break. If market breaks above this level as well, and I get the confirmed retest right here, I can look to selling to buying up to this level. This is my second scenario, right? This is my second scenario. What's my third buy scenario in this trade? Wait. This is where I can be more conservative and wait for what? Wait for what to happen? A break off this swing high, a break above this swing high right here. If I'm able to get a break above this swing high right here, and I do what? Get a retest. What am I going to do? I'm going to target my next high, which is this one that I have marked out. And that's why you need to start marking out your eyes so it won't confuse you, right? Start marking out your eyes. And if you are crazy enough, you can hold this trade. If you have a news coming up, if you have a news coming up, I can see that you guys are actually active. JC, I see you. Always active guy. I see you. So if you are crazy enough, you can actually hold your buy up to this level. But the best bet is to actually do what? Hold your buy up to this level right here, right? Up to this first level. Your first take profit should come up here. right? Or if you are conservative or you are scared or whatever, let your first take profit can happen at this area, which is this level that we've marked out right here. Because anything that brings the market up to this level, I made a mistake. Okay, anything that brings the market up to this level, anything that brings the market up to this level, right? You might start seeing some mini rejection. And when the market buys up to this level, you will see some mini rejection. And at that point, you are scared. You are like, hey, markets want to take my profits, markets want to sell, markets want to do this. You shouldn't be scared. But do what? Relax. That's why you should relax and put your back against the wall. If there's any pair you want me to trade again, send it in the chat box and let me actually see. So I will actually analyze. I just one more pair and we end this call. If there's any pair that is disturbing you that you want us to trade together, or you just want my view on it, type it in the chat box and let's look into it together. Now, this is so Brian Austin, do you actually understand this whole concept now? Do you understand this whole concept? Do you understand this concept right now? Do you understand all of these concepts? I want to know if you actually understand this concept. I want to know if you actually understand this concept, and everything is actually way more better now. I want to know if if your view on USD JPY is way more better now, or if you have a counter idea or whatever. Do you understand what I'm saying? But this is my basic view. Your target, you should be able to hold this trade up to this level. If you're able to get a good buy at this level, and you can see on my chart, we have some news events coming up. We have some news events coming up. This one is coming. Retail sale is coming up to is coming up. Which day is this? Retail sale is coming up on the 16th. When is on the 16th? On the 16th should be on the 16th should be on Tuesday or so. On the 16th is on Tuesday. So we have some news coming up, and we need to do what? Pay attention to them. So any of these news, we basically follow all of this analysis, unless we have a counter, unless we are having what? A change of structure, a change of structure, right? If you understand this concept and everything I've analyzed right here, I've given 3 scenarios into getting an entry on this trade, right? I've given 3 scenarios into getting an entry on this trade. So I don't want to do every analysis we've done here, Euro USD, USD JPY, XA USD. I've really analyzed everything for you. And I want to actually monitor every single one of these. I want to monitor every single one of these pairs. Every single one of these pairs. I'm seeing somebody saying we should analyze GBP USD. I'm seeing somebody saying we should analyze GBP USD. JC Prosper is saying we should analyze GBP USD. Can we still do that? Can we still do that real quick? Can we still do that real quick before we end this call? Can we do that real quick? GBP USD. If you are in support of me analyzing GBP USD, let me see your comments before we end. Before we end this section. If you also want me to trade GBP USD, and if you are enjoying this class so far, let me see your fire emoji in the comment section. And if you want to like this video, so YouTube will recommend it to more people. And for those that actually stick around from the beginning of this video up to this moment, or those that entered in the middle and paid full attention, I'm very sure you should have gained something meaningful. So for Brian Austin, I hope you've been able to get the concept behind this analysis, and this chart is actually way more clear for you now. And this chart is actually way more clear, way more better, way more simple now, right? And this is actually way more simple. So let's check GBP USD before we end this call. We're going to end this call in the next few minutes. So let's do GBP USD real quick. Let's do GBP. And the idea of me analyzing different pairs should be able to boost your morale more, should be able to boost your confidence more into understanding that all of this strategy actually works on all pairs. All pairs. Go to your time frame, do your analysis there, check out what's going on, check out who is more in control, understand the interaction between the buyers and the sellers, right? Understand the interaction between the buyers and the sellers, and that will actually prepare your mind, right? That will actually prepare your mind into what you should be doing. That will prepare your mind into what you should be doing, right? So let me pin GBP USD. JC Prosper wants us to analyze GBP USD. So let's check out GBP USD real quick before we end this call. GBP USD. GBP USD. If you are seeing my GBP USD chart, let me see your fire emoji. If you are seeing my GBP, if you can see my chart up to where I'm at currently, let me see your fire emoji. If you can see my chart up to where I'm at currently, make sure to like this video so YouTube recommend it to more people. Okay, I'm actually seeing some interesting pattern right here. Like seriously, I'm seeing some interesting pattern right here on GBP USD. right? I'm seeing some interesting pattern right here on GBP USD. If you can see my GBP USD chart, let me see your fire emoji, please. Or let me see your comments. Let me see your comments. If you can see my GBP USD chart, let me see your comments. If you can see my GBP USD chart, let me see your comments. Let me see your comments. If you can see my GBP USD chart, let me see your comments, please. If you can see my GBP USD chart, let me see your comments. So I will know that we're actually on the same page. If you can see my GBP USD chart, let me see your comments. Okay, active, active, active. So you guys can actually see it. So you guys can actually see it. Active, 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 active. So let's analyze GBP USD. Looking at this GBP USD, what's the idea? What's GBP USD simply telling you? What's it telling you? What are you seeing? What are you seeing from GBP USD? What are you seeing from GBP USD? Just looking at this chart alone, what are you seeing from GBP USD? You are seeing some real power tussle. I'm basically seeing some real power tussle between the buyers and the sellers. The sellers doesn't want to agree to the buyers. The buyers are getting crazy and they are trying to hold the market real long and trying to I've not see right here. The sellers tried to push the market downward, but they were unable to sustain the move, right? Because if this trend was going to continue the movement to the downside, what would have happened? You would have basically gotten a retest of this level, and this is a very, very good sell trade. This is a very, very good sell trade. But what happened? It wasn't valid, right? The buyers were able to overshadow, they were able to outbreak, they were able to outbreak this resistance level. They were able to outbreak it, and what they made it a support, and what they are trying to continue the movement to the top side, right? Very, very simple stuff. And this basically giving me the idea. See another scenario. See another scenario how I was able to identify how the structure of the market changed. You can also use your trend line, right? See another scenario. I've basically done three basic scenarios. Or now you can identify how when the structure of the market changed. See how I was able to break this down for you right now. If a sell trade was going to happen in this scenario right from here, it's going to happen at the retest of this support of this resistance level, right? And continue the movement to the downside, right? It's supposed to give me something like this, right? And that's a very, if this sell trade has actually happened from here and I was able to get good bearish engulfing candlestick, I will have sold this pair. Why? Two confirmations: a retest of a resistance level, right? A retest of a resistance level, or a resistance level, or a support level becoming resistance, right? This support level becoming what? Resistance, and I will have sold based off this third touch of the trend line. But I wouldn't have just sell unless I get my confirmation. And being patient enough, you will have seen that this sell wasn't valid, right? A market automatically do what? Change the structure into bull, into buys. Change the structure into buys. Now, this basically shifting my mind into what? The market is bullish, and I'm basically seeing some top trend. Looking at this trend, what are you saying? Market has been bullish, right? Market has basically been bullish. Market has basically been bullish, right? Because it changed the structure. It changed the sales structure. Had it been we were analyzing this market as of when market was still at this level, right? Had it been we were analyzing this market as a when market was at this level, we'll have been looking for what? The opposite movement, right? We'll have been looking for the opposite movement. But see what has happened right here. The buyers came in into the market and are trying to push the price higher. Now let's go to the 4 hours time frame and analyze what's going on. Let's analyze what's going on. Let's analyze what's going on in real time. Let's analyze what's going on in real time, in real time on this pair. Let's analyze what's going on in real time on this pair. Hopefully, we can get a trend line to work with as well. So on the 4 hours time frame, I have this significant high that I'm looking forward to buy up to. I'll start with this level because this is like a retest of the neckline of an M pattern right there, right? That will be this will be my first target, and I have this level right here. I have this I have this level right here that GBP USD is finding it hard to break above. I have this level right here that GBP USD is finding it hard to break above, right? I have this level right here that GBP USD is finding it hard to break above, right? Now, what do I do? What do I do? Basically, what do I do? for GBP USD, what do we do? Don't forget that the trend of the market is strongly bullish and we're looking for buys. We're looking for buys. We're looking for buys opportunity, right? Now I just got a significant level to look for my buy from. We have this neckline, we have this resistance level, we have this mini resistance level right here, right? We have this mini resistance level right here that might expect that this rejection that is happening right here, if this market breaks above this level, then I'm going to do what? Expecting a retest and continuation of this buy, right? And I'm going to be, how many pips profit is this going to give us? This is going to give us at least 100 pips, and that's a good one. That's actually a good one, as long as I'm not risking that much. That's actually a good one, as long as I'm not risking that much. But based on the fact that market is at a resistance level right now, and basically market is going to do what? If market fails to break above this level, they might be able to scalp a sell, right? Might be able to scalp a sell, but it's actually better to do what? Wait for the move that goes in line with the trend. Wait for the move that goes in line with the trend. So you might see this rejection happening. You might see this rejection happening. Mark this out on your chart. This is definitely going to happen, right? You might see this rejection happening. It might start with a fake out that will bounce back into and give us something like this. And what? I'll target this level. This is just as simple as this. This is just as simple as this. This is just as simple. It's just as simple as it is. Just as simple as it is. For you. This is just as simple as it is. I'll be expecting my buy from here. I'll be expecting my buy from here, right? And my stop loss will be below this zone right here. My stop loss will be below this zone. If my stop loss is below that zone, how many pips stop loss is that? That's just 52 pips stop loss, and I'm targeting minimum of what? My first take profit is going to happen around here. I'm going to take my first profits here, right? I'm going to take my first profit at this level. At this level, why? Because this is my significant resistance level, and when markets come up to this level, I might start seeing what? Some reactions in the market. We must start seeing what? Some reactions in the market. So automatically what's happening? I'm being cautious. I'm being cautious and I'm watching out. I'm watching out for the move. I'm watching out for the move. And this is where this analyzing the market this way actually stops you from over trading because you're not trading the noise. That's the thing. That's the thing. That's why you're wondering why is this analysis just so simple and everything is looking so simple and it's just drawing something up and down. Trading like this will actually reduce your loss. Seriously. Before I was able to settle down with trading like this, it took me a very long time. It took me a very long time of practice before I was able to settle down with trading like this. And trading, and just like you can see on the Telegram channel, that's why we've been able to get good signals and we've been killing it back to back. Last week, we had 90% wins. Last week, 90% wins. You can go to the Telegram channel, start from Monday, and check out all the signals that were sent out. Check out. I think we only lost one out of about 6 or 7 of them, right? Non-forex, non-star forex. Thank you, Enam. Thank you, Enam. Do you understand what I'm saying? If you are yet to subscribe, please do. If you are yet to subscribe, it doesn't take you anything. Thank you for the class. You're welcome, man. You're welcome. I'm really trying my best to actually impact as much people as I can, and God will help each and every one of us. The goal is against poverty, to eradicate poverty and actually make money. And I'm here to actually help you guys do the same. As I'm also pushing to break that limit, right? Actually pushing. Yes, please. I'm understanding everything. Very good. Very good. Somebody saying he's actually understanding everything. I'm very, very happy to help out. Very, very happy to help out. So let's continue with GBP USD. Jesse Prosper, I want to know if you are still actually very, very active. And I want to know if you're actually following up with what I'm doing on GBP USD. So for GBP USD, this is my basic outlook. And why am I looking for this? Market is as a market is at a resistance level. If market fails to break above this level, then we're going to be seeing rejections, corrections rather, corrections that will come up to this significant resistance level that will automatically become what? A support. This significant resistance level. Once market comes to this level, once you are able to get your what? Your patterns, your W pattern, pin bar, inverse head and shoulder pattern, or whatever from this level, stack your stop loss and target this level first. Your first take profit should happen here. Immediately market touch this level, take your profit, secure your partial profit. Once markets break above that level, look for opportunity to stack and target this high. And why are you targeting this high? Because there's a significant, that's the next significant high that markets might buy up to, right? That's the next significant high that markets might buy up to, right? Do you understand all the concepts now? That's the next significant high that markets might buy up to. That's the next significant high that markets might buy up to. So I feel, so do you actually understand the whole concepts now? I feel I've actually done my best today. I feel I've actually done my best today. I feel I've actually done my best today, and I hope you guys have actually been able to gain something meaningful from this class. I'll just go over each and every one of them again and just show you. This is my analysis for XAUSD. Take a screenshot and monitor through with this XAUSD trade. This is my basic. Thanks a lot. You just analyze with just daily and 4 hours. It's very clear. It's very clear. It's clear, boss. You're welcome. You're very, very welcome, man. I'm happy to help out. And the basic, I hope you understand the basic reason why I analyze with just the two, because it makes the charts actually more simple and clear. You can actually do more with the lower time frame. When you see markets approaching your area, your point of interest, don't forget, when you see the markets approaching your point of interest, what do? That's when you go down to your lower time frame, right? That's when you go down to your lower time frame. But I just wanted to make our charts look simple so that you'll be able to get the whole knowledge. That's why I don't want to start traveling up and down. And just like this one, the analysis I did for you guys on XAUSD, once you see the chart approaching your point of interest, I'm more on this last move right here. Once you see the chart approaching your point of interest, what do you do? What do you do? Once you see the chart approaching your point of interest, what are you expected to do? What are you expected to do? Once you see the chart approaching your point of interest, that's when you go down to your what? Your lower time frame, right? That's when you go down to your lower time, your 15 minutes time frame. That's when you go down to your lower time frame and just monitor everything that is going on, right? That's when you go down to your lower time frame and try to understand what's going on. So I'm not going to explain anything again because I've actually done right now. I'll just go over each chart again for you to save a screenshot and actually monitor through. So this is for gold. This is my basic expectation. I'll post everything on the Telegram channel as well. This is for Euro USD. This is for Euro USD. Analysis for Euro USD. I basically add two analyses drawn up for Euro USD, which is this and this right here, this right here, this right here, this right here. If market fails to break above that level, then what did I say? You might be able to look for an opportunity to sell up to this swing low, up to this swing low. And once you're able to sell up to this swing low, what do? You look for opportunity to buy. But more on this, because if you don't get a break above this level, it's better to actually do what? Wait for this. Wait for this to happen. Wait for this to happen. Target this high. Target this high. Right? So take a screenshot of all of this and try to monitor everything. And please, I'm going to send a message to the group for the active members, and you're just using recent zones as POI. Exactly. I'm not just using recent zones as POI though. I'm using significant ones. Significant ones. You see some zones that market is passing a message at those levels. That's where you have to train your eyes to actually see those levels, right? Recent zones are your point of interest, right? Exactly. Once market gets to your recent zone, you don't just make decision of the reason that market came to your recent zone. You watch out for the interaction. You watch out for the signs that market give you. Yes, please. Yes, yes, yes. You can DM me, man. No problem. JC Prosper. He said, "Can I DM you later, boss?" Yes, no problem, man. So I'm happy to actually help out. I'm happy to actually help out. So for Euro USD, this is my basic analysis, right? This is my basic drawn up for Euro USD. And for the serious ones that have actually been very, very active, I'm looking forward to moving you guys to an inner circle. But I'm still thinking about that because I'm not seeing some engagements like I actually want. And I'm looking forward to doing a 2 weeks free signal, 2 weeks free signal. But that is if and only if we get 100 subscribers on the Telegram channel. And I think that's actually possible with you guys' help. Is it possible? Let me see your response. Is that possible, guys? Is it possible for us to run that up? Is it possible for us to run that up? JC Prosper, I'll be expecting your DM though. Is it possible for us to run that up? 100 subscribers on that channel isn't too much, right? Isn't too much. So I need you guys to actually be active on that. So that this for Euro USD, my basic projection for Euro USD. For USD JPY, this is my basic projection for USD JPY, right? This is my basic projection for USD JPY. This is my projection for USD JPY. Rather, I'm just sharing everything that I've analyzed with you guys right here. And this is my basic projection for GBP USD. And for GBP USD, you can still go down to your see what I'm talking about. Even if you come down to your 1 hour time frame, this is still my point of interest. This is still what I'm looking for. This is still what I'm looking for. So I just use that 4 hours to make the charts look simple. So that's all. And when you see markets approaching those areas, what do? Go down to your lower time frames. Go down to your lower time frames, right? So that will be all for now, guys. If you enjoyed this section, spam those fire emojis in the chat box. Let me see your fire emojis as I end this section. Let me see your fire emojis. Let me see your fire emoji as I end this section. Let me see your fire emoji. It's true posting on status now. Okay, yeah. Let's just do that. Let's do that. We're going to be posting on status. We're going to be posting on status. We're going to be posting on status. Thank you. We're actually going to right. We're actually going to run that up, guys. We're going to run that up, right? So let's make it a reality and let's actually stick together. Let's actually stick together. I'll send the link for us to actually promote that. Like I said, guys, I'm going to send a link for us to promote that, and let's see how it goes. But for now, let me see those fire emojis. If you enjoy everything that we've done so far, let me see those fire emojis, and let's try to monitor each and everything that we've done live together right here, and let's monitor the trade together and see how it goes. These are my basic expectation for the week, and let's see how it goes. Okay, I'm seeing those fire emojis. JC Prosper active, active. All right, that will be all for now, guys. If you are here to subscribe, endeavor to turn on the subscription button. Share this channel to your friend if you are here to, because definitely they are gonna get a lot of value from this channel, right? I'll post all of this analysis on Telegram channel. Let's monitor it together and see you guys on the other side. Shalom. The peace of the Lord Jesus Christ be with us all. Amen. Bye.